the pod bay doors.
Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of the Cinematic Travelers Podcast. I am your intrepid movie exploring host, Chris, and on this episode, my millennial co-hosts Sean and Tyler are dragging me back to a galaxy far, far away as we review what many consider to be perhaps the worst Star Wars movie, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And joining my slack-jawed millennial co-host, they have brought another millennial. Oh my god, at least I think he's a millennial. It's like an attack of the millennial clones on this show. But let me go ahead and introduce the crew here. Let's start with the prequel apologist himself. Sean, how the hell are you tonight?
I'm doing great, Chris. Doing great.
Okay, Sean. Since we are starting this episode in January of 2026, when everybody loves to talk about New Year's resolutions, what would be Anakin Skywalker in this movie, this particular movie, what would be his New Year's resolution?
Probably to get laid by Padme.
Isn't that everybody's? That is a good one. That is a good one, and there is no doubt that's what he wanted in this movie. Let me introduce my other co-host, Tyler. How the hell are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Happy to be back here talking with you fellas again, especially about such a cinematic masterpiece. Let me see. What would be Padme in this particular movie? What would be her New Year's resolution?
I don't know.
I
really don't know.
Tyler. Oh,
To get away from Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, all right. Well, not by the end. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Well.
And joining us on this episode, we have a guest. Yes, we do have guests on here. We roped in Sean's brother, Ryan. Oh, Ryan, welcome to my nightmare. How the hell are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Since you are Sean's brother, you know what that makes me? I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. And if anybody gets that movie reference, let us know. Ryan, for you, who should I talk to? Okay. I guess we'll go with the other of the trio. What would be Obi-Wan Kenobi in this particular movie? What would be his New Year's resolution?
Ooh, I would say Obi-Wan's resolution would be to help kind of balance Anakin out in the sense of him with like his outbursts that he was having.
Very nice. Ryan brings a serious
You gave me
answer.
the hardest resolution
Oh,
question.
that was
Yeah, you
easy.
did.
That
What
was
does Padme
easy.
care about? Give me yours for Padme.
For Padme, I would say Padme's New Year's resolution is to find outfits to drive poor Anakin Skywalker crazy as she takes him in the friend zone. See, I just
I was
bring
thinking
that off the
political.
top of my head.
I was like, oh, maybe I could come up with a political resolution for her. And then I was like, never mind. And then I blanked.
Yeah, you blew it. Blew it. Ryan, you're moving up in the rotation. Just
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tyler, please tell everybody where they can find us and get in touch with us and all that fun stuff.
On Instagram, we're at Cinematic Travelers Pod. Our email is thecinematictravelerspod@gmail.com.
And they can also follow the show on which services, Sean?
Spotify, Apple, YouTube, all the good ones.
Man, this is turning into a professional operation right before my eyes. I love it. Yes, get in touch with us, follow us, use the comment section. We'll find you. I try to respond. I don't always respond. We only have one person that gets in touch with us. Z, thank you so much. You're the only one that talks to us. Well, somebody else can follow us. We need some followers really bad. So you could do that as well. That would be great. Share the show. If you're listening, share it on your social media. Let everybody know we're here so we can build the audience through 2026. All right. So is everybody ready for this? I can sense the excitement from you three. It's just palpable.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Oh my God! All right,
I've got some notes.
you got some notes.
Oh yeah.
Good, excellent. All right, well then let's go ahead and jump in the TARDIS. Set our engines for ludicrous speed and set the phasers for stun as we head to a galaxy far, far away. Yes, I hit every nerd trope right there. And we talk about Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. And this came out way back in 2002. Oh my God. How can that possibly be that long ago? But it is. It's a lifetime ago. Y'all were born at this point, were you not?
I was 2 years old.
Oh my God, a babe.
Ryan wasn't even born yet.
Oh my God. You're not even a millennial. You're a Gen Z.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew, get him
Ew,
out.
get this guy out of here.
Ew.
Tyler, I know you were around. Once again, this movie is directed by George Lucas. He had some help with the writing from, I think, Jonathan Hales, which I don't know how helpful he was with the dialogue. The movie comes in at 2 hours and 22 minutes, but it feels like 2 days and 22 hours. The budget was $150 million, which in today's dollar would be somewhere between $2 to $225 million. But it grossed $653 million at the time. But that translates to today's dollars to about $1.25 billion.
Damn.
Jeez.
So it was a hit. However, it was the first Star Wars movie to not be the #1 highest grossing movie of the year. Shocking. It actually came behind Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and Tyler, one of your favorite movies, and a juggernaut at that time, Spider-Man, the first one directed by the great Sam Raimi.
Nice.
Great movie.
Oh, again, that's the energy I love from you guys. Hard to believe we're not picking up listeners. Oh my God. All right. Well, you know what, Tyler? Since I'm saving episode 3 for Sean, because I know his feelings for that movie, why don't you tell us what the hell is causing these clones to attack?
I wasn't fully prepared to do this plot synopsis. I think it's a little bit complicated, and I think that my co-host Sean could handle this much better than I could.
Oh, well, thank you, Tyler.
Look at there. Look at that teamwork. Teamwork makes the dreams works.
All right. Let me pull it up here. So, 10 years after The Phantom Menace, Padme survives an assassination attempt while the Republic is starting to fall apart. Obi-Wan looks into who's behind it and accidentally finds a huge clone army that was secretly made for the Republic, while also finding Count Dooku, who's planning a war. Meanwhile, Anakin is stuck protecting Padme, falls in love with her, and starts showing some serious anger issues after his mom dies. Everything comes together on Geonosis, where rescue goes wrong, the Clone Wars officially begin, Dooku gets away, and Anakin secretly marries Padme.
Very nice. See, that wasn't that hard, Tyler.
That
Come
was
on.
a beautiful synopsis. Thank you, sir.
You could have come up with that. All right. God. Let's see what you've joined, Ryan. Welcome to my night. Welcome to my night. All right, since Sean has given us the plot synopsis for this film, we're going to go ahead and break it down into the positives and negatives, and then we'll give our final number rating at the end. So I say let's go ahead and talk about the positives of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Intoxicating.
And since Tyler couldn't be bothered to give us a plot synopsis, I'm going to make him tell us his positives for this damn movie first.
All right. Well, I appreciate the warm intro.
Well, that's what you get for not being prepared for the show. We've had 2 weeks to get prepared for the show, and an extra day,
All right. I enjoyed the backstory on Jango Fett and Baby Boba.
Baby Boba.
Baby Boba. That was cool. I didn't remember that. It's been a while since I've watched these movies, so we kind of dove pretty deep into the movie before I found something that I really enjoyed, I guess. But the Jango Fett and Obi-Wan first initial fight on the bridge, that was pretty cool. I like how Boba got involved on the guns on the ship and everything like that.
Yeah, that
Learning
was
from
sick.
his father,
That was cool.
which I assume is. They mentioned he did an exact clone of himself with no. That was Boba Fett.
Yeah, that was
Like-
his clone.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
I just
no
wanted to make
extra shit stuck in there. I
Yeah.
guess.
The huge battle at the Coliseum was very entertaining. Jango Fett's death was more significant than I remembered. I didn't remember that had happened, and I think that was the start of the arc for Boba, obviously, which was cool. Yes.
Nothing. I'm just playing around.
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand.
No, continue, please. Tell us more. Oh, God, just the excitement. I mean, Ryan is falling asleep over there. Come on. This is his first time on the show. Come on. Bring us some energy.
Anakin's mom dying in his arms was not a great scene, but I did like that part of the scene, I guess. Like where he just goes crazy and he just
You
murders all
didn't
of them.
really buy her death like
No,
it was
no,
a
no.
bad
There was-
one.
God, it was
really
terrible.
tough
Terrible.
acting.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And Anakin fighting Count Dooku. Well, I liked that scene. I like how he just kind of stood up. He had two lightsabers.
Yeah,
Which
that
was
was
pretty
pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah, going back and forth.
Yeah,
I wish he had them longer, but he
yeah,
didn't.
Yeah.
That's okay.
that's all right.
I would say that is all of my positives
Oh,
for this
my
movie.
God. Okay, Sean, please tell me you got something here. You're the
I got-
prequel man. You're the prequel
I got-
guy.
I got a few, so
You
I want to
should
preface.
just be having multiple orgasms as you tell us
I
the
wanna-
positives of this film.
I want to preface. Yes, I do like the prequels, but it has been a long time, especially with this one, since I've seen this
bullshit.
one.
No, don't.
So
God, no prefacing.
yeah, okay. Anyways, I love the slight tension that you can feel between Obi-Wan and Anakin, kind of from the beginning till the very end. I feel like that's a good lead in to how he starts to act in the third one. Like you can already get that little sense of his Sithness in him. The scene where Obi-Wan jumps out of the building at the beginning, when that robot is like spying on Padme, and he just leaps out and just starts flying on it. I thought that was really cool.
Why did he do that?
I could to chase after whoever was
And
spying on Padme.
The assassin.
Why did the assassin shoot the robot and not the dangling Jedi Knight? Who was
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Little plot hole there.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
but
You're
I'm going
good.
to
It's a
keep
fair point.
interrupting. I'm bored.
Yeah, no, it's a fair point. The speed racer scene in the beginning, I thought was kind of a cool throwback because it was Anakin driving and kind of shows off his skills of, he was a pod racer in the Phantom Menace, so he obviously likes to fly now. And I thought it was funny how Obi-Wan just doesn't like to fly. Still, like I was saying in the Phantom Menace, I love the world building of the prequels. There are so many different destinations that they bring you to, and they all just look so cool. Like the dance club that they go to when they're trying to find the assassin, it feels like that club. It gives you the feeling that club has been there for a long time, and they got regulars and stuff like that. And even the diner that Obi-Wan ends up going to, where he meets some old friend or something. The subplot, kind of in a way, of Obi-Wan being like a detective / spy, I guess you could say. I like that. I like that part of the movie. Keeps it a little bit interesting, where it kind of starts to drag a little bit. The planet Camino, I thought was super cool. Just a cool planet with all the water. It's almost like it's just one big ocean, and the way that the interior of the buildings look is very satisfying.
Yes.
The Army of Clones.
I was completely satisfied at that moment.
Very, very
My whole
satisfied.
life led to that moment when he walked in, and I was like, I have never been more satisfied with my life than I am right now.
The Army of Clones, when that's revealed, I think the clones in general, like clone troopers, are super cool. So seeing all of them being made was really cool to see. And as always, the music is awesome. The score, I love the Star Wars music. Like Tyler said, the final battle is really cool. However, I do think it drags a little bit, but that's okay. And the final battle with Dooku, Yoda, Obi, and Anakin heavily carries this movie for me.
Does it really?
It does.
Yes.
And that is the end of my positive.
Oh, very, very well done. Very well done. All right. We're getting a little better. Now, Ryan, I need you to break this movie down into the themes and the subtexts of what George Lucas is trying to say by giving us examples between the music, the acting, the camera angles, and different uses of special effects. If you could, please take care of that now.
I'm going to throw this to Tyler.
What were your positives, Ryan? Please finish us strong here.
So I will say some of my positives are the same, obviously, as Sean's and Tyler's. But my first thing that I really liked was Obi-Wan jumping out to the drone out of the window. He just didn't care. He just had to get to the drone. And I thought that was cool. Kind of like Sean said, I think that even at the beginning where Anakin, finally sits down with Padme and Obi, you can see that like he's kind of battling between what's right and wrong for him and what he should do, which I don't know. I think that's cool. The planet Camino is awesome. I love the fight with him and Jango Fett. I didn't know that they went into not that it was a ton of detail, but I didn't remember them going into that much detail about the clones.
Yeah, me neither.
So I thought that was cool because I really thought that was only shown in like the animated Clone War series, but it wasn't. So that was cool. You can tell that obviously Anakin's arc in the movie is showing seeds of Vader throughout the entire thing, which I think is awesome.
You think? It wasn't too subtle, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that subtle.
Not at all. When he hacked up a bunch of sand people, that wasn't.
Yeah, that pretty much showed it there.
You were able to cut through and get right to the point on that one.
With the Obi-Wan and Jango Fett fight, I think it's super cool because I think a lot of people see Jedi as like this all-powerful, like if you have a lightsaber, you should win a fight no matter what. But it shows that like even bounty hunters with just guns are able to, hold their own in a fight. So I thought that was cool. The Geonosis fight, that big Coliseum fight at the end, was awesome. It showed a bunch of Jedis that you never see again, which sucks. But it was like Kit Fisto, Plo Koon was in there, Luminara Unduli, I think is her last name, was in there. She was shown for like 3 seconds, but it was cool to see her.
You guys were nerds, man. You brought the super nerd in here. Oh,
Ryan, do you know who the guy was that got killed before he like when he encountered Dooku? Do you know who that was? Was that anybody important?
Where Jango shot him?
Yeah.
No, I think that was just
he was
just
some
one
yeah, he was
yeah.
He was like the janitor that they brought along.
Yeah, they just gave him a lightsaber.
I mean, yeah. Was that like his first day? He was like, "What the hell am I doing?" Jango took him down like nothing.
Like nothing. Yeah.
Like butter.
Like butter.
And like they were saying, the fight scene with Anakin, Obi, Dooku. I love seeing Dooku's use of like his electricity from his hands, even though it was only done once. It's still cool. Cuts off Anakin's arm. I think Anakin's metal arm is sick, so I love that part.
Same.
And then I also, Yoda at the end was awesome. I feel like that was one of the first times like he was really shown like going kind of crazy. So, and he went at him. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah,
he's so quick.
Yeah, those are my.
It's funny how
he
just goes from like limping around to.
Dude, he has the cane.
Oh, as hell.
And then he's jumping off walls in a fight. Yeah. But yeah, those would be my positives. I think it was a good movie. It did drag, but I liked it.
Very nice. Very well. Don't give that away yet. All right. I guess I got to talk about my positives, and I'm sure a lot of this will sound exactly the same. Forgive me while I use a flashlight because I can't see. Right. Yeah, I like that Obi-Wan actually had something to do in this movie as opposed to Phantom Menace where he left the movie for like an hour. You're like, where the hell is he?
Yeah.
This one, I like the whole where he's tracking down everything. And yes, Camino was cool where he fights Jango Fett. I like that a lot. Although I don't know how he survived. I think when Boba Fett started shooting the guns from the spaceship, that would have probably been it for our hero. But
Looked like it hit him spot on.
yeah, he was like right there. I was like, oh, he's dead. He was dead. But I do like the part. I don't know if y'all caught this where he falls off. Obi-Wan falls off, and as he flies past the camera, it kind of makes you hear him go, oh, as he's like, it's really
Yes.
how they do the sound design there, because it sounds like you're right next to him when he falls down. But yeah, it was cool. I like Jango Fett's design because I like Boba Fett's design from the original. So I'm a big fan of the Mandalorian armor, as it were. I think the space fight that he has with Jango Fett and Slave One as they're fighting out. Of course, it's in the asteroid field because there was an asteroid field and the Great Empire Strikes Back, so we got to have an asteroid field in this one. But I think that was a pretty cool. It was a nice little callback, but I like the way that Jango Fett wasn't fucking around.
No,
Yeah, they were coming
those
at him
bombs.
hard. Oh my god, he lights up that little spaceship with everything he's got. I'm like, hell yeah.
The sound those bombs make
Yeah,
were so
seismic
cool.
charges.
I
Yes.
remember seeing
Awesome.
that in the movie theater. It was absolutely incredible because it made your teeth rattle because it went so quiet.
It's like quiet and
That's a
that
great
shit was sick.
design. I think, again, to reiterate what we said about Phantom Menace, I think Lucas is good at that. He is good at designs and coming up with cool concepts and interesting. I like the Jedi starship and that little ring. It's not very practical to have that ring for hyperdrive, but I like the design of it and how cool it was. And again, the sound design, the music. We could say that for every Star Wars movie at this point. But John Williams again brings his A game. As much as anybody can criticize the prequels, I will stand on a hill and fight for John Williams being a genius at the music he brings to this thing. I think the movie, once it hits the second half, it picks up and it's a lot better. I know it has more action in it, but it also, I think it kind of flashes between Obi-Wan at Kamino and then you're going back to Anakin and when he goes to Tatooine and you're back and forth. So it feels like, as opposed to the Phantom Menace, we have a little more urgency in this film. Again, it does drag. I think we've all agreed on that, and we'll get to that in our negatives. But at least you feel like it's heading towards something, and then he has to go save Obi-Wan Kenobi at Geonosis. I like the creature design when they had to fight him. It's kind of have this Ray Harryhausen design with the stop-motion creatures, which that's for us old people out there. Of course, the movie's got Christopher Lee in it. God damn, you got to give it a couple bonus points for having Christopher Lee in it. Every movie is better with Christopher Lee in it. Really, anything with a Christopher in it is just superior to anything else. I might be a little biased. My final positive is Padme's choice of outfits, especially, oh my god, the white outfit at the end when that tiger thing claws her. God bless that tiger. God bless it. Yes, I'm a dirty old man and I don't give a fuck. Because Natalie Portman looked great in that outfit. And at that point in the movie, I was just like, yeah, okay, this is great. Can I have her, please? Yeah, I'll better edit that out. But yes, I'm just going to change it. The final battle was kind of cool. I'll get into some negatives later. But I like the part where Dooku and Anakin are fighting, but they've got like the red and the blue color.
Yeah,
I thought that was really
dark.
cool.
It's dark in the area that they're in.
I'm like,
That was really cool.
What? How could George Lucas make a scene look like that and then turn around and have some of the dumbest shit you ever see?
Yeah.
And plus, we don't have a lot of Jar Jar in this, but that's generally most of my positive. I think we all kind of reiterate what the other one has been saying. We all agree on the positives. So let's go ahead and talk about the negatives of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
If you are suffering as much as I am, please tell me.
All right, Tyler, this is your chance to redeem yourself. You're gonna bring some energy. You're gonna make me laugh. You're gonna make me cry. It's gonna be an emotional journey. Tell me your
emotional
negatives.
right here.
This is it. I'm hyping you
Here,
up,
we'll,
man.
We'll start off light. I don't know. I assume it was CGI where Anakin was riding that big fat animal in the field.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That looked really weird.
Yeah, it was
They were
bad.
terrible.
I will say I'm gonna defend the movie a little bit. At that time, it's CGI. It seemed like any movie where someone's riding a CGI monster, it looked like shit. Even Lord of the Rings had the same problem. I was like, but yeah,
Like
it
a
did look
time
bad.
thing, I guess.
However, when
Anakin-
Padme jumped off and landed on that mod, I never wanted to be a space creature so bad in my life. I know. It's awful to be on the show with me. I'm bringing you all down with me. I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm interrupting you. You know I love to hear my voice. Please tell us more. Tell us more.
Anakin constantly chasing after Padme, I guess, was just a little weird. It took up a lot of the movie, and I was just kind of like, okay, guys, we get it, we get it. You know, he loves her. She doesn't want it, but eventually, apparently, she does. Apparently, she does.
Yeah.
Which was really weird. Also, that point in their relationship, the fact that it just switched like that, and then she was in love with him.
With like no context or anything.
Yeah,
It
like,
was just kind of like, you know what, I
really-
love you now.
Yeah.
I have a reason. I will tell you when I get to my negatives, but
Okay.
there is a reason for that. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was sort of really sudden at the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think maybe she was like, after the whole movie where he was creeping her out and talking shit, she's like, look, we're about to die. Fuck it. I'll let him.
Yeah.
I think I love him. And then
give
when
him
she
some
lived,
false
she's
hope.
like, shit. That's why she jumped out of the spaceship at the end.
Yeah, I don't have like a bunch of negatives either. It's just kind of like I feel like the movie dragged a lot. I just don't think it was a little bit of a drag. I think the whole movie dragged for me. It felt
Okay.
like Anakin and Padme's relationship took up 2 hours of the 2.5-hour movie. So
And it wasn't a very good relationship building, was it?
no, it was
No.
very forced all around. So you know,
All right. That's fair. Does that wrap up your negatives?
that'll wrap up my negatives.
All right. Tyler's not bringing much to the show, gang.
Not for this episode.
Well,
Sorry.
you know what? Look at that face. He's bringing the sexy to the show, is what he's bringing.
Yeah.
He's the sizzle today. All right, Sean, tell us
He's
the
the sizzle.
negatives of Attack of the Clones.
So to start, I was really hoping to not see Jar Jar again, but he showed up in the first like 10, 15 minutes, and I completely forgot about it. And they just made him take Padme's place as senator. I would assume that they would have better options, but I guess they didn't.
Yeah.
And so that didn't really make much sense to me. Oh man, I have a lot of negatives about this one point. Anakin and Padme's pretty much what Tyler was saying. The dialogue between the two is just terrible. It doesn't feel, again, like I said, haven't seen it in so long, so I get it now, Chris, but it doesn't feel natural. It's awkward. I got to bring it up. The scene where Anakin talks about sand with Padme and the kiss and all of that is just weird.
Brutal. It's brutal.
It just feels so
So weird.
unnatural. Like Tyler said, it just feels so forced.
They're like sand.
Yeah,
it gets
it's
everywhere.
coarse. It's rough. when Anakin and Padme are eating, they're just eating a pear.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was like,
With
they're
a
just eating
fork
fruit.
and knife. They're just eating a pear, just one singular pear, and then when he cuts it, he gives himself like 80% of the pear, and then gives her like the rest of the 20%. It's just like, here's your portion. Let's see, but yeah, the way Anakin speaks to Padme sometimes is almost like Shakespearean. It's just weird. It doesn't like it's almost
that
like he's
didn't
trying to
feel
talk in
natural.
poems. No, it's
No.
very weird, very forced.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's enough of Anakin, Padme, and all that shit. Like Tyler's saying, the CGI, while some of it was good, some of it was not good. So it was kind of, there was a balance there. But I know at the time that it was made that it was kind of normal to have that in movies.
Yeah.
The scene where Anakin finds his mom. 1, how did he find the village so quick in nothing but a desert? 2, why does she now all of a sudden just drop dead as soon as he finds her? And her acting is still just terrible.
Horrible.
I would
A
assume it's
horrible
the
death.
same person as the Phantom Menace.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, still terrible.
It was. Oh my god. I forgot how bad it was. It was she did that little head thing.
The head
was
just
terrible.
I was like,
started
what?
laughing.
What
Can't do
is
any better
this?
than that.
Yeah, dude. The movie. I'm not a hater of long movies, but my God, this movie does not need to be 2.5 hours long. Like Tyler said, I also agree that it drags pretty much the entire time. The last 35 minutes to 40 minutes, I would say, carries the entire movie for me. And even that was still kind of rough at some points. Let's see. To Django's death, I thought it was so underwhelming just because of how, Jango Fett and Boba Fett, they've always been kind of known to be as these badass bounty hunters, and then the way he dies is just, he's just backing up and shooting Mace Windu, and he just gets his head cut off, and it all happens within the span of like 7 seconds, and it just kind of felt like,
Yeah, but it was kind of badass to see.
It was
Samuel
cool
Jackson
to see.
It was cool to see. It was cool to see. It was cool to see.
It feels like a pretty big setup for Boba Fett.
That is true. That is true as well. And then my last negative would be the pacing of the movie, in my opinion, is kind of tough. We go from romance to mystery to then war and back and forth, and it's kind of a lot to keep up with. But
yeah, I got lost at one point where I think Obi-Wan was chasing Jango. And I was like, okay, it cut from like love scene to the war to Obi-Wan, and I'm like, all right, wait, where's Obi-Wan
that's
again?
what I'm saying. It's kind of a good bit to keep up with, and just a bunch of different genres, I guess, that they were bouncing back and forth between. But yeah, those are my negatives.
Oh wow, I'm surprised. Mr.
I am
Prequel
too.
is just
I am
bringing
too.
the hate. Maybe I'm converting him. Maybe this could be it. Maybe by the time he gets to episode 3, he'll be like, "Dad, these are really shit movies."
Oh, I don't know.
Not about episode 3.
I don't know that one.
All right, Ryan, it's your turn. Tell us why you hate this movie so much.
All right. So starting off, the car chase scene after Obi-Wan jumps out of the window, it stopped being cool because, like you said, Chris, it's like, why did she not shoot him?
Yeah.
She can hit that small drone, but she didn't shoot him. And then they continue to chase her, and it's like
For
Obi-Wan
so
is
long.
falling through. Dude, so long.
Yes, it is.
He's falling through the sky. Luckily lands on Anakin's car somehow, and then they're together. And then Anakin takes a shortcut and is just like, "See ya," and jumps out of a car and lands on the assassin's pod or the assassin's car.
How
I'm
do you
like,
know? How
okay.
can you see that?
Forever.
Like,
Falls
yeah.
forever.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you just know where the car's at.
I'm like, how do you know when to jump? Like,
He's a
the
Jedi.
car's going to be there. You took a shortcut. You lost the track.
yeah.
But
The Force.
I do. I'm not gonna like delve into it because Sean and Tyler already have. But yes, the romance scenes were incredibly corny. I did not like watching those. They took up like half the movie when it could have just taken up maybe 20, 30 minutes. But you gotta do what you gotta do. The point that Sean had made with Anakin finding his mom, and when he was at his house beforehand, the mom's new husband or whoever was like, "Oh, she's been gone for a month. Like, she's probably dead. Accept it." And it's like, like Sean said, he goes out there, and as soon as he finds her, she dies. And it's like, how do you survive that way for a month? And then as soon as you see your son, it's like, ooh,
You just dropped it.
yeah, it's just it.
I'm sure
So,
that
I
was
don't
not a pleasant month for Anakin's
No.
mom. Anywho, we won't go in that direction. Continue. I'm sorry. That's how my mind works.
And then honestly, my last negative is just that I think in this movie and the next that Count Dooku is very undeveloped, and he is such a cool villain and has such cool backstory, and they just don't touch on it. And then I'm not going to go after this movie, ahead of this movie, but I think he's very undeveloped in the prequels, and it sucks
agree.
because he's super cool. I love him. So
All right. So what I'm
Yeah.
hearing you say is that episode 3 is even worse than this. Is that what you're saying?
no, I can't say that.
I'm setting my own seeds for the next episode. That we talk about episode 3. All right. Well, those were very good negatives. I guess that's a weird way to say it. My negatives for the film, the CGI. This one is where Lucas goes fucking crazy with CGI. I don't know what the man was thinking. I don't know how these actors did anything in this movie because it looks like 90% of them is just walking in front of green screens, like in hallways and shit. I'm like, you couldn't build a hallway set and have them walk.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be CGI. It looks bad. It didn't age well in that regard. Like I said, I'll give it, a break for some of the stuff because that's just how CGI was back then. But even even watching it back then, there was stuff where it was like, oh my God, could you not have built a Jedi temple set and just have people walk through? It looked really rough. As much as Obi-Wan has something to do in this movie, again, this is going to be a failing throughout all three movies, is that we're not getting any kind of relationship building between him and Anakin Skywalker. When we get to the original trilogy, the better trilogy, the best trilogy, they explained that this, they were friends and they have this camaraderie. Well, in this movie, from the beginning, they're just at each other's throats. I mean, it's like, why do these guys hate each other? You never see them as friends. It would be different. Like, I was thinking about it when I was watching it. Like, when they first get introduced, they're on the elevator and Anakin's all nervous about meeting Padme again. If you were with your friends, you would kind of break each other's balls. It would be cool if, Obi-Wan was just breaking his balls about it a little bit. You know what I mean? Having some jokes about it. Yeah. Instead, they're just like so serious about it. I haven't
relax.
Will she remember me? You were a little kid, you weirdo. Anyway, yeah, I wish again, this is going to go through the whole trilogy. You never established that these guys were heroes together. As again, I said, as much as I like Obi-Wan doing something, it would have been cool if he and Anakin had more to do together. So as we get along, especially when you get to episode 3, you feel more for when Anakin finally decides to change to the dark side. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the romance was terrible. Although I will say, I think the scene where they're out in the field and Anakin's kind of giving her a little shit, teasing her about, he wants to be a dictator, which I guess he does, but eventually.
Yeah,
but he's kind of teasing her there. That felt a little more natural. I don't know if that came later in the shoot. True. At least they felt like they had a little chemistry, but everything else is god awful. The dialogue,
like his laugh there seemed genuine too.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, hers too. It seemed like there was that little connection.
Yeah.
If it had been more like that, it would have been better. I think if we go back to our previous review, and I said that he was too young in the first movie, he would have been a little older. They could have planted some seeds and then kind of build off of that. But no, I didn't make the movie, so who cares? But yeah, the dialogue is so goddamn bad.
Dude, it's so bad.
Oh my God, it's so bad. Just the weird shit he says to her. Like, he's like, you more beautiful is what I mean. You've grown more beautiful. I'm like, who the hell says that shit? And the way he looks at her and stuff, it feels like, and I understand Lucas was probably going for like, I don't know. I guess when you have your first love when you're a teenager, it's more of an obsession than it is like love. So maybe he was going.
It was just creepy.
It was. You could tell it was dialogue for young people written by old people.
Yeah.
No so yeah, it was really bad. And then of course, yes, when he comes back, there's like you said, there's always this thing where she's kind of putting him in the friend zone in her sexy dress. That kills me. That's a meme where they show her in that dress, that black dress, and she's like, "This is the dress she wears to put him in the friend zone." But then he comes back from killing all the Tusken Raiders, and he's standing there in that little hut like, I killed them all. They're animals. I killed
the women and the children.
The motherfuckers. And she's like, that turns me on.
Wait, I like that.
Yeah. So by the end, yeah, she's in love with him after that. It's crazy. But I told you I have a theory about this, and I think y'all will appreciate it. It's because he's tall.
Good theory.
Probably correct. He's tall and dark.
He's crazy, but he's tall. Doesn't work for me though. But yeah, and then yeah, it does drag. We get to the end. The end battle to me, God, I remember watching it the first time, and I was so excited because they had this came out kind of right at I would say the start, maybe where the internet became more spoiler heavy, and even the StarWars.com site, they would have, I think every week I remember they would release like a picture from the movie, and you would try to figure out what it is. And then it had gotten out that there was going to be all these Jedi in this temple, and they were going to fight. So I was like, I was pumped. I was like, hell yeah, I want to see these Jedis kicking ass. And then they're kind of underwhelming. I mean, we talked about the one motherfucker who jumps up there and instantly gets killed.
You're a Jedi, clearly.
Like, I mean, Jango just pulls out his guns, pow, pow, you're dead. All right. And then a lot of it's just, they weren't really bad. I would think, just from Star Wars lore, I would think Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, and Anakin would just wipe out every droid in that
Yeah.
that arena. I mean, there were a lot of them there, but those are like the 3 most powerful Jedi ever. You throw Yoda in there, and they should just wipe them all out. And if you watch it, a lot of them are Jedi in the background, they're just they're on
that's
green
what I was
screen,
gonna say.
just swinging the lightsabers around.
It's very background heavy, like the whole all the other Jedi fighting. You don't really get to see a lot of it.
So while it was cool and I was excited for the Jedi, I was like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. Other than that, I will say my last negative is probably Obi-Wan kind of goes down like a little bitch.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, Dooku hits him in the arm and leg. He's out. He's done.
2 cuts.
It's just
Yeah,
a
2
cut.
cuts
It's
on
not,
it.
he didn't even go deep. It was just a little cut on his arm.
He didn't have his arm
And
cut
he's
off.
just
And then
laying
he's
there.
on the floor.
Yoda, you handle it now. I can't move.
Yeah, he didn't
Takes
really
his-
move at all after that.
Well, he
actually.
didn't get up
laid
at
there.
all.
Just laid there.
Do something, Obi-Wan.
At least Anakin had an excuse. His
Yeah.
entire arm was cut off.
Yeah.
And he's the Padawan
And he was
in this
electrocuted
scenario.
beforehand, too.
Yeah.
Dang.
So, yeah, those are basically my negatives. I will, before we get to our final verdict, I have some questions maybe y'all could answer, because I was going to rewatch the beginning, but then I just was like, hell no, I'm not going to rewatch the beginning. My life is dull, but it's not that dull. Why is all of this happening? Like, we ended episode 1, and they defeated Darth Maul, and they stopped the Trade Federation, and all. Everybody was happy. And then we start this, and systems are leaving the Republic. They say something about the Jedi are overwhelmed, which they never look overwhelmed because they're just hanging out at the Jedi Temple and stuff. But
Yeah.
did I miss something in the dialogue or something? What the hell's going on that these other systems are going with Dooku? What makes him so appealing? What are they running away from?
Dooku has the blueprint of the Death Star.
Yeah, which kind of messes up Rogue One, but
What you think, Ryan? You know more about this stuff than I do.
I honestly don't know.
I've stumped them. I've stumped them all. These people-loving punks. Yeah, I was watching the
I'm not
movie and I'm
sure.
like, okay, why is everybody leaving? What happened between Phantom Menace and this movie that made everybody go, oh, I don't want to be in the Republic anymore? And I don't remember them saying anything.
I just looked it up. Like, why is everything happening in the Attack of the Clones movie?
Yeah.
And it says, because it's the crucial political and personal turning point leading to the Clone Wars, orchestrated by Palpatine to seize power by creating a massive clone army for the Republic, seemingly to fight separatists, while secretly funding the separatists and manipulating Anakin
Okay.
and romance with Padme.
But why are the separatists separatists? What happened?
I don't know.
Tyler, tell me, what happened?
Man, I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess we'll chalk that
Sorry.
up to the same logic of the
Because it's
lady
a movie.
not shooting Obi-Wan Kenobi flying through the air. And why did she try to kill him in the bar? Why didn't she try to sneak out? I thought that was her whole thing. She was trying to get away.
I don't know.
It doesn't
This
make
movie,
sense.
this movie kind of was not good. It was
All right. Well, having said that, let's go ahead and give our final verdicts. Tyler, since you said it's not good, give me your number rating. Let's see. With 10 being 10 being Padme in her white outfit coming to visit you this evening, and 1 being, oh God, what should 1 be?
Being a Sand Raider and getting killed by Anakin.
There you go. All right. There's your option. Somewhere in between that.
I would say I would give it a Jango Fett death because it was a little bit underwhelming, but kind of cool. So a 5. I would give it a 5.
All
Solid
right.
in the middle.
Ooh. All right. Surprised it went a little low there. I'm a little surprised.
Well, I feel like I said, I feel like Anakin and Padme's relationship took up too much of the movie. Action was cool, the fights were cool and entertaining and all, but it just wasn't enough.
It can only
was a
get you so far.
Very long movie for, I don't know, for a few minutes of action.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
you
It
know.
didn't. You got to have some kind of plot or story to get invested in.
well, I mean, this is building the plot, I guess, for the next movies. You know, this did build plot for the next movie, but
Yeah.
Oh, that
Whatever.
next movie. God.
Oh man.
You know, oh my God. I'm
It's
just
such a hater.
dreading it. Oh, I'm dreading it. All right.
You're dreading it.
Sean, give us your number rating for Attack of the Clones.
So while I love the concept and the story of the prequels, this one just fell a little bit flat for me after watching it again. I guess I just remember it a lot differently. The acting and the dialogue just isn't there a lot of the time. The pacing isn't great, and it does drag throughout a lot of points during the movie. So I'm going to be giving it a 6.3.
Well, all right. That seems a little more where I thought it would end up with you two.
Like Tyler was saying, like I love the action. Like the action is good, the fight scenes are good, but like he was saying,
There was no
that
way.
can only get you so far
I
when it
would've
comes to.
bet every dollar in my bank account that Sean would never ever give one of these three movies a 5.
It's definitely the worst one out of the three.
There is no way he was gonna just take this thing out at the knees.
No,
fear that
no, like-
disappointment
in his
would come
voice,
and
though.
smack him around. a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
am disappointed. I am.
You can hear the
Because-
deflation.
Yeah, that type of stuff can only get you so far. So
All right,
6.3.
man. All right, Ryan. Don't listen to these
Unfortunately.
fools. Tell everybody why this is a 10.
Well, I don't know about a 10. My positives do outweigh the negatives, and even though it does have its moments where it drags, I thought it was a good movie. I think for especially what it's setting up, that you do kind of have to have a little bit of that draggy romance, corny stuff because it makes it all more meaningful in the end. But my number rating is a 6.9.
Damn. Damn. Ryan does want Padme to come visit him tonight. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I'm impressed. All right. Well, shit. Now I feel bad. Yeah, this one's tough. I think there are some, as much hate as it gets, and God, it has gotten a lot of it, and there's a lot of stupid stuff in it. We've talked about dialogue and other questions I've had about plot things and plot holes and all that fun stuff. I think once you get to the second half, once you hit Tatooine, I think the movie kind of picks up, and it feels
Yeah.
like a good movie at that point. It leaves you feeling excited and wanting to know what happens in the next film. But yeah, that first half is a slog to get through.
It's
Oh
so
my God,
slow.
it's a slog. But what did I give Phantom Menace? I think I gave that a 6 something. I'll go a little higher than Tyler. I'll go a 5.5. I don't think it's
Nice.
the
Okay.
worst movie in the franchise. Some say that's Rise of Skywalker. Others will say The Last Jedi. Some people, maybe even someone on this show, might say it's episode 3. I don't know. You'll just have to next month when we talk about episode 3. So that wraps up our talk about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. What did you think of the movie? Is it as bad as everybody says? Is it a little better now that you've gotten away from it? And you feel bad because Hayden Christensen got a lot of shit for this movie.
So much.
much.
Anybody, hell, Leonardo DiCaprio, he got the script and was like, no, I'm going to pass. So that tells you something there. I didn't think he was that bad. Anyway, so yeah, let us know. Get in touch with us. Follow us on our social media. What is it again, Tyler?
The Cinematic Travelers Pod on Instagram and the Cinematic Travelers Pod at gmail.com.
There you go. All right. You can also get in
There
touch
we
with us
go.
on the comments. Follow us, subscribe to the show, please. Just help us out here. We're trying to build the empire of
Yes.
cinematic. Let the hate flow through
The
you.
Cinematic Empire.
Yes.
Ryan, thank you for coming on and adding some life to this episode. Oh my God, I'm so
Absolutely.
sorry that Sean and Tyler just they drug it down. It was me and you really carried this show this time.
We were
all right.
bringing the-
Yeah, I might have to get Ryan on here all the time.
Hey, I was proud of my notes.
Hey, this was fun. I had a great time. This was fun.
Well, good. I'm glad you did. You can come back anytime. If there's someone out there who is a podcaster, YouTuber, or you just want to come on and talk about one of these Star Wars movies, we're going to do one a month until we reach episode 9. I'm not sure if we're doing Solo or Rogue One yet. We haven't reached that part of the bridge that we need to cross yet, so we'll get there after, I guess, the next one. But our next episode, which we're going to try to get a little more consistent with our release dates. Do forgive us for all the holiday stuff going on, and my young co-hosts, they have lives and they get to go do things. I just sit around and cry and look at Padme in her white outfit and wonder why she isn't here. And then the episodes come along. But we're going to try to be back next week. We are going to talk about, I don't know what movie because we haven't decided. It will be a classic movie that I will recommend to my young co-host, and we'll see if it holds up. I am excited because we're going to do a special episode towards the end of the month, every month, that I don't know if I should give away yet or not, but I'm excited to see how that goes, especially for my co-hosts.
Okay.
Anyway, so I guess now that we're at the end, we want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our show. I know I do, and I'm pretty sure everybody else on this show does. Say it. We've got the smartest
and sexiest audience.
There it is. I love it. And Sean's right. You all are sexy as hell, especially you. Especially you. Everybody, all the billions of people that are listening are like, who, me? Is he talking about me? Now, as you are traveling around on this blue and green ball, bouncing to the cosmos, I need you to do two things for me. Avoid those seismic charges from that dastardly Jango Fett. And also, go out and do that voodoo that you do so well.
This party's over.